Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syami bin Fadil Syam. I'm from the 2DEK2 and this is my final year project presentation, IoT based water flow meter. IoT based water flow meter use a water flow sensor. In my case, I use YF-S201 in order for it to work. Water flow sensor is a sensor capable of determining the flow rate of liquid. Water flow sensor consists of Hall effect sensor, turbine wheel, and magnet. The water flow in through the inlet and out through the outlet. The objective of this project is to determine the flow rate of water, determine the total volume of water, uploading the data through the Blink app for easy monitoring. So when we are for easy monitoring means when we are outside the house, if we can see if our pipe, if our water is still running, so that we can alert others from the house, or we can turn it off ourselves. From statement, some of the latest library for not MCU ESP8266 does not support decoding. So some of the library does not enable me to compile the code. Same for Blink library. They should need to be compatible with the coding. So both of the library for non-MCU ESP8266 and Blink library, I downgraded before the latest version. Configure the non-MCU ESP8266 to connect through Blink. Configure the non-MCU ESP8266 means I need to add coding for Blink in order for it to tally from my hardware to the app. And the water flow sensor has a range of 1 to between 1 to 30 liter per minute. This is my circuit diagram. As you can see here, this is the water flow sensor model YFS201. And this is my not MCU ESP8266. Here you can see the VCC connect to the V-in, the ground connect to ground of the board, and this is the Hall effect sensor output. Connect to D2. Component that I use, not MCU, ESP8266, water flow sensor YF-S201, male to male wire connector. You can use female to male, but I use male to male wire connector. Breadboard, USB cable for uploading the code and supplying the power supply. And the power supply I use power bank. This is my demo video. As you can see here, this is my power supply, supplying power to the ESP. And this is my water flow sensor. This is the Blink app that I connected from ESP and sending its data to the Blink. When I turn on the pipe and let the water flow, the water sensor, sorry, the water flow sensor picks up and the turbine will spin collects data, which are total liters that has flow through the whole sensor, I mean the water flow sensor, and flow rate. When I when I turn off the pipe, total liters will remain the same. And here we got 0.38 liters, and the flow rate will return to zero. Contribute, sorry, contribution and implementation. Applying the project on the pipe at home, as the water flow range for the water flow sensor is between 1 to 30 liter per minute. Because of its low range, it is suitable for home, such as the sink, the water filter. If you have at home, you can monitor the daily usage of our water usage at home. Applying the project in the sink to show the water that had been used either in the home kitchen or more bigger kitchen, such as in the kitchen in the restaurant. If you own a restaurant, this is suitable for it is suitable for the this project is suitable in the sink because the manager can monitor the daily water usage. Active precaution: put the board further from the water source to avoid damaging the circuit. Using a suitable size for pipe to ensure no water waste of water and damaging the circuit. Using a reliable power source to ensure the connectivity of the ESP8266 does not disconnect. Conclusion that we can make from this project: um, water is an important source that we need to preserve. By applying this project, we can teach ourselves and the younger generation about the importance of water in our daily life. Teach ourselves and the younger generation. We can teach ourselves to be more open, to be more care about the water, and teach the younger generation, such as our children in the future, to preserve the water as the water as the when there are no fresh water, it will be hard for us to survive. It is also reduce the unnecessary waste of water and keep away from high number of water bills. Then that's all for my presentation.